Well, it's every year. It's the same damn thing. It's always like brackets. What brackets? What brackets? Where are my brackets at? It's like, what in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, she isn't the same. Living on reds, vitamin C, and cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't it a shame. Boom, boom, boom. Busted down on Bourbon Street. Set up. My brackets are to weep. They're broken. They're busted. My brackets are busted. Oh, yeah. Every March. In March Madness, brackets are busted. It's every year. It's the same thing, Andy. It's like, the favorites, couple favorites get knocked out. I see old Rick Pitino, and that's Rick Pitino at St. John's, their number 2 seed, and John Calipari. He was 10th ranked, had the Arkansas Razorbacks. It was battle of the heavyweight coaches, probably the biggest win in John Calipari's career. It's like, see ya, St. John's is gone. Took them out of there. It's always a roller coaster during the tournament. Always. Yeah, it's like upsets. We got here, we got one there. Clemson's out. Louisville's out. No big surprise right in the first round. Who? Michigan? Michigan Wolverines are going. Yes, sir. They are still advancing. Go blue! Hey! Hail, hail to Michigan! And we are facing next game. We're next up Auburn. Auburn, number 1 seed overall in the tournament. I've watched Auburn over a couple times this year. They are really good. Really good. Before we get any further, remember to hit that like button. That's a little thumbs up button right over here. And if you haven't already, remember to hit this little button over here, the little subscribe button. That way you'll be notified of any new content, have a chance to win fabulous prizes. Is that right, Andy? We got fabulous prizes? Yep. And where's my prop? Before we get any further, where's the props here? Where's yesterday's Great Falls Gazette? There it is. There's yesterday's Great Falls Gazette. And remember, this podcast is brought to you each and every Monday morning, in part by our good friends down at the Great Falls Gazette. They are locally owned, locally operated, local reporting, home delivery, available. They're just all about people around town here, man. They're going to get a copy today, and you know what I'm going to do, right? Cue it. We're going to buy 5 copies for my mother. Hey, gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. All right. Who do we got this week's on Crime Stoppers? That's where we're going to be on America's Most Wanted Crime Stoppers for the worst podcast ever. Let's see. Isn't that our old producer? And your ex-wife. Wow. All right, Crime Stoppers. Little clowning around here. Tears of the clown when there's no one around. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, March 24th, on a windy but warm. Well, didn't get very chilly last night. I had the window open last night. Monday morning, we've got, what do we got here? Throw it up there. We got 60s. Whoa. We got 60s, mid-high 60s. A 70 in there. All week long in central Montana. Yep, wind's going to be a little windy. That's what we get. So get out there and enjoy our, put this in air quotes, our first spring. Now I say that because you live in Montana. You know that spring is a faceted thing here in Montana. It's just because it's nice out doesn't mean it's going to stay nice out. This is just the first spring. We got, a couple of blizzards yet to come, snowstorms. Yeah. So enjoy your first week of the first spring, because it is sure going to be nice out there, Andy. Man. What do you have for breakfast this morning? A bowl of what? Cereal, right? You were talking about a bowl of cereal, I'm sure. Not just a bowl. And I had some toast, and I forget what else I had. It was early in the morning, so it wasn't much of a breakfast. But, we've talked about this before, what we're eating in this country. We have rules in this country that no one else, or we have a lack of rules, let me put it that way. We have a lack of rules, thanks to the powers that be, that the food that Americans eat on a regular basis is literally, not figuratively, literally killing us. I mean, you always hear back when I was a kid, Back when I was a kid, it was different. Food was different. But it really was. Okay, it really was. There wasn't any... When I was growing up, when I was growing up, let's say in grade school, junior high school, even part of high school, there wasn't any instant or pre-prepared, processed meals. Everything was made from scratch. Everything was made from scratch. Oh, no. Do you mean there was no top ramens? No, there was no top ramen. No, there was no top ramens. I mean, it was everything was right. Everything was made from scratch. We didn't have canned chili. Chili was made. We didn't have instant potatoes. I remember my mom making peeling potatoes. Okay, real potatoes. We didn't have nothing was throw this in the microwave. We didn't have microwaves. The heck. I mean, we were saying it was different, but the food, like I said, we've talked about this. Our food in America is horrible. Okay, it's just staggering. Look at people. Okay, that's all I've got to say. We'll get into it some more, but go look around. Okay, I mean the federal food laws are clear on this. Ban any poisonous substance which may render any kind of food injurious to the health of the human or the consumer. Okay, that's the federal. It's pretty laid out, right, Andy? It's ban anything that's made. Okay, other countries do, and so these They ban these poison substances, and then they regulate this, and those regulations, right there, those contaminants, those regulated contaminants, kill an estimated, all right, 1,400 Americans a year. So that's like, food poisoning accidentally. There was something in the lettuce. Some people died. Blah, blah, blah. We all hear about it on the news. These little things that happen, once or two or three times a year. This was poison. This was poison. The coffee was poison. Oh my God! But you know what I'm saying, okay? 1,400 people the laws are covering. So the laws are working, right? Not so fast, cowboy. You knew you knew there was another one. By contrast, all right? 1,600 Americans die every day from chronic food illnesses, okay, like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, okay? Those is 1,600 a day. So we are literally, Americans, U.S. citizens are literally the most unhealthy people on the planet. We're number one in the world in obesity. Okay, look up the stats. There are some staggering stats that we lead the world in. Incarceration and obesity are two of the categories that we lead the whole world in. Okay, we lead the world in those two categories. Okay, we're most unhealthy country on the planet. Okay, so in recent years, evidence has mounted that there are chronic illnesses for latter, the diabetes, obesity, that are caused by substances illegal in most countries now. They're illegal in most countries, but it's part of our diet. They're like, they contain in our ultra-processed foods. Okay, everything from microwave pizzas to high-sweetened. Have you ever looked at breakfast cereal lately? My God, you walk through the supermarket, the store loans, it's just colorful, and it's just all this, like it's just pure sugar, but it's not sugar. Okay, it's not sugar. It's BHT and high fructose corn syrup and all of this other stuff. It's not sugar. Okay, people brainwash us that, sugar is bad for you. Sugar, you shouldn't eat sugar. No, you shouldn't eat the sugar substitutes. We didn't have a problem with sugar when I was growing up. So that's all we had. We didn't have, like, all these sugar cereals. No, not very few. Very few. Let's put it that way. Mom didn't buy them either. But now it's just like you walk out and cocoa this, fruit that, souped up, berry this. It's like it's all ultra-processed foods, and they're formulated from ingredients that are, these artificial ingredients are basically synthesized. Yeah, not synthesizer from like rock and roll. No, they're synthesized. They're like man-made chemicals that are synthesized in laboratories by mad scientists. She blinded me with science. Science gone wild. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. It's all fake stuff that they're putting into. So, what are these what's all this stuff doing in our food, besides leading the world in obesity. Okay, number one in obesity. There's more obese people. We have fast food everywhere. We can do a whole show on fast food. Hanging out with Fast Eddie, getting fast food. Well, those were the days. About 680,000. 680,000. Wrap your head around that one. Over 500,000 Americans die every year from chronic food illnesses. Okay? Those chronic food illnesses are what I just said. Obesity. What else? Obesity, chronic diabetes, right? Heart conditions, heart cancers. All of this is from our diet. 680,000 a year. That toll is higher. That's more than all the combat deaths in every war in American history from the Revolutionary War all the way to like Iraq and Afghanistan. All the deaths. That's per year. Per year. That's the highest health-related death statistic in the world. So, of course, if you're the if you're the most obese country in the world, then wouldn't it make sense that you have the most deaths because of that? Okay? The Americans are in really good shape. It's staggering to me that 500,000 people die due to their eating habits. Just the habits alone. Well, the food's no better, but, it's not only what they want to eat. Americans demand, okay, Americans of any other country, they want that their food must be affordable, convenient, they want it right now, and it has to taste good. But those goals together can't be achieved without making us sick, right? They can't. Right? We talked about this, Andy. We talked about that. We've done a show or two about our eating habits, what you eat. America runs on Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, come on. How true is that? Okay? We can't be affordable, convenient, fast, and taste good all at the same time and without making us sick. Something's, Back when I was a kid, Gatorade came out. Here's a for instance. Gatorade came out. When I was a kid, I remember, it came out, University of Florida invented it, Gators. That's why they called it the Gatorade. There's a little trivia for you for Trivia Super. It was the following: water, sugar, salt, potassium, and lemon juice. That was it. It came in a glass bottle, one flavor, all natural-like ingredients, 5 ingredients. Andy and I looked before the show on ingredients on a Gatorade now. 38 ingredients, including high fructose syrup, corn sugar, all sorts of dextrose, this and that. Nothing, red this, yellow this, blue that, dyes. 5 ingredients when I was a kid. 5. Water, sugar, salt, potassium, lemon juice. That was it. Remember the salt tablets? That was right that you took in high school and football, right? The salt tablets had potassium, right? Kraft macaroni and cheese. 78 ingredients in macaroni and cheese. 78 ingredients in macaroni and cheese. Now the title only has 2 ingredients in it. Macaroni and cheese. And when I was a kid, guess what? Right. Mom made macaroni and cheese. What else did she put in it? Maybe a little milk, a little butter. Our food is so dangerous for humans to consume. The humans and citizens and the consumers. It's so dangerous for the consumers that animal rights activists are saying, you got to quit testing all this bad food on animals. It's, and people are agreeing. If it isn't fit for humans, you shouldn't be testing it on the poor beagles. Okay, that they, yeah, we all learned about the beagles. Our food in this country are so bad. And I talked about it just a few seconds or a few minutes. I was like, it's banned. Banned in other countries. Okay? Think about that. Our food is so bad that it's banned in other countries. Gatorade. Remember I just talked about Gatorade now with the 38 ingredients? Okay, it's banned in the European Union due to the, bromated vegetable oil, BVO. Causes cancer. Okay? It's been proven to cause cancer. Gatorade, look for stuff that has BVO on it. Okay? It also has dye yellow number 5 and dye number 6. Yellow 5 and 6. Okay? They're cause cancer. Any food dye, our new health secretary is going to try to get rid of all food dyes. And I'm in full agreement. We don't need to be dyeing our food. Well, we want it to look good. So freaking what if it doesn't look good? What else, Andy? You ever heard of those Little Debbie Swiss rolls? Those are banned in Australia and Europe due to all the food dyes. Again, it's got yellow number 5, red number 5, which is just banned, I think, here in the United States, and palm oil. Something's wrong with palm oil. It's not but that's why. I talked about cereal. Remember, I talked just a while ago about Frosted Flakes. There's all sorts of cereal. Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. They're not magically delicious. They're magically poisonous. Okay. Most American cereals, breakfast cereals, are banned in Europe and Japan because of BHT. BHT is used in cosmetics and making automobile tires. And it's also in cereal, and it's linked to cancer. Yes, sir. Let's make some tires. Skittles. You know what Skittles are? They're all, catch the rainbow, but more like catch cancer. Skittles contain every food dye color known to man in one shape, form, or another. How do you get these? How do you think they get the rainbow of colors? Okay? Skittles have every dye. They're banned in Europe. Okay? Mountain Dew. Oh, jeez. We've talked about Mountain Dew before. Mountain Dew, first of all, BVOs. Second of all, food dyes. Food dyes, yellow, red, all the illegal food dyes. Molecularly speaking, I hate to say this, Mountain Dew and some of the soda pops out there are just a couple molecular steps away from antifreeze. You're right. Andy was talking. Mountain Dew. America is only one of the few countries in the world that you can find Mountain Dew. Okay, here we got every flavor and color under the rainbow. Again, all the dyes. Okay, all cause cancer. Why do you need dyes in anything? Because you need blue Mountain Dew now. because the regular looks too much like antifreeze. Many of the United States bread products, a dough conditioning agent, it's a banned agent called Arizona carbonide. It's common in most of the U.S. breads because it makes bread spongier. It's also used in yoga mats. Almost all breads made in America contain potassium bromate, which makes bread fluffier. However, bromate is a cancer-causing carcinogen and is banned not only in all of Europe, but in China, Canada, South Korea, everywhere. Right? It's in all of our bread. Go to the store. We went to the go to the store, look on the shelf, find your high-end breads, low-end breads. It's all there. All these ingredients are in American bread. Most of America's, most of the not organic, but the non-organic dairy from the United States contains bovine growth hormone, or BGH, or bovine somatropin, BST. Both are synthetic growth hormones made by man, by mad scientists in laboratories again. They're banned in Canada, Australia, Europe, China. That's why you won't find American dairy products outside of the United States. And you should be buying imported dairy products because all of our stuff is banned all over the world, and it's bad for you, and it has all sorts of, that's why they don't sell it. That's why Canada has a 200% tariff on their milk coming in, because we can't even give ours away to other countries. Okay? U.S. meat products, especially pork. Okay? Pork use, rastapane? It fattens animals up. But studies have shown that not only is it harmful to the animals that are eating it, but if the animals are taking it, they're unfit really for human consumption. So pork from the U.S. is mostly prohibited outside of our country. It's like the diet is it's FDA, our good friends, let it go. So the American diet is, make us fatter than before. Growth hormones, everything that's in our food, it reflects the American body. Okay, all of the stuff that we've eaten that we should in other countries have banned. They don't have this obesity problem in other. I graduated in 1975, Sentinel High School. In my graduating class, and all of the people in my high school and graduation. I remember going to high school, there was like 1, 2, maybe 3 fat kids in school. That's it. When my daughter graduated in 2017 and I went to her graduation, there was maybe 1 or 2 or 3 kids that weren't overweight. It's the diet, it's the weight. Did you know that over 50% of all the food on the shelves in an American supermarket are unavailable in most other countries because they are unfit for human consumption, have cancer-causing carcinogens, artificial this, artificial that, but, buy American. It's like butter. Don't eat butter. Remember they told us not to eat butter, just not to eat butter. So they made margarine instead. You know, if you think it's butter, but it's not. Yeah, 2 molecules again away from plastic. Hey, let's pour some hot plastic on those pancakes. We are what we eat, people. There's big problem with the food, our diet. Look at everybody. It's sad, Andy. No, I'm not going to go drink a Mountain Dew. Cool down. Drink a Mountain Dew. Microplastics and everything. When I was a kid, everything was in glass. Now it's in plastic. They got new autopsies. They're finding everything. Europe doesn't have this problem, Andy. Their soda pop, their milk bottles, their orange juice containers are in glass because glass is recyclable. America consume more plastic than any other country. It's in our water, in our food, in our brains. It's everywhere. Our diet, we're going to do some more on this on diet. People are talking about, animal rights. The animal rights they test on animals. They're like, you can't be doing this. This is unfit for humans. Well, we'll go sell it at Albertsons then, or Walmart, or Piggly Wiggly, or whatever. Yeah. We're rolling out of time. Well, before we go, big shootout, howl out. George Foreman, the heavyweight. Oh, yeah. What a great time for boxing. God, you had George Foreman, you had Muhammad Ali, you had Smoking Joe Frazier, you had Kenny Norton. Holy, the golden age. Heavyweight boxing, no doubt, man. Lost a good one. George and his Foreman grill, yeah. Everybody got a Foreman grill out there. Oh, shit. Grill some burgers for George. All right, Andy, you're giving me the side and side. So that means we got to get out of here. We're not getting out of here eating donuts. Remember, everybody, spay and neuter. Adopt, don't shop. Foster, rescue, volunteer, and hey, why don't you adopt a shelter pet today? Until next week, be careful what you eat out there, everybody. Everything's poison. We got Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in there. Maybe he's going to pull some strings, get our food edible again. All right. Till next week, we are out of here.